Come out of the box.
Cheers, and welcome to the basement. My name is Bruce Lively. The basement is the first daily hip-hop debate show. We take one topic a week and debate a different question every day about that topic. This week's topic is, are they cooning or do they have a point? We're calling out all your favorite rappers who've been acting like straight coons lately, and for one reason or another. Is there a truth to their antics? Or are they just proving themselves to be a disgrace to all of us? Now, with that being said, let's go.
Let's jump straight into it, man. Who's out here cooning, man? In your opinion?
Kanye.
And you say Kanye for what reason, man? I mean, I know he had a couple rants and whatnot, man. The dude be wilding, but usually on the average, that's just Kanye being Kanye. Sometimes he's an asshole, but he usually makes it up with some good music. Creative artistically.
Yeah, people call him a creative genius, an artistic genius. The problem with genius is, like most of them, usually they got weird sides. They have really eccentric sides. And I've never blamed him for that. I've never heard him with that. But this last rant that he went on, when he was on stage, I think somewhere in Cali, this dude said, number one, if I had voted, which means he didn't vote, I would have voted for Trump. I would have voted for Trump. Is what he said. Now, I came dressed for the occasion today because this is very important. I'm going to allow you to say what you need to say if there's any good points about what he said, because when I go in, I'm about to go in.
I can't say that I disagree with you. You know, the point that it's the ridiculous rant and it has become cooning, but like I said, other than attributing it to Kanye just being Kanye, you know, I don't really think too much of it. You know, he probably just trying to shop his album and keep himself relevant. I don't know. What did you pick apart from the rant? This last rant from Kanye.
First of all, you screwed over all your fans. You got up there for 15 minutes, did maybe 5-6 songs, and started talking about things nobody wants to hear. See, to you it's not important, Kanye. To you it's not important that somebody spent $20 to come see you. Maybe brought their girl. Maybe had to hire a babysitter to come through. To you it's not important because you a Kardashian. That's what's up. That's what's up. To the rest of us, it's very important. That little $20, that little $50 they spent to come see you is very important. You screwed them over. You're a coon. Let me get to some of the quotes this guy said. Oh man, I can't even. If you voted, you would have voted for Trump. Number one, you didn't vote because you don't think it's important enough. Because you a Kardashian. Because the effects that happen after voting, the effects that the rest of us feel when stop and frisk is implemented, you won't feel it because you are a Kardashian. You drive around, you look good with all your money, and the cops don't stop you. And when they do stop you, they go, thank you, Mr. Kanye, Mr. Kardashian. That's what they do. And they let you go. We go to jail. You're a coon. The problem is, in your agreement with Trump, you say, well, sometimes, and I'm trying to quote this now, sometimes the things you think are bad have to happen in order for change to happen. Man, you're trying to sound smart. I understand the idea. I got a lot of dudes that said the same thing. And as an intellectual person, I can understand that. Yeah, maybe if you put Trump in front of their face, you know what I'm saying, you won't get the milquetoast Democratic Party nominees that we've been getting, because when they do wrong, we still think they're doing right, because it's all in the same boat. So when you put somebody in there that's going to really shake it up, then maybe we'll see it enough, and maybe we'll be motivated enough to make a change. The only problem is, this vote has real effects. Okay? You're talking about maybe shaking something up, as opposed to what you should be talking about. The reason why you can't be a puppet for Trump. This dude is gonna put a Supreme Court justice in a seat. Do you like the Voting Rights Act? Do you want to pay a poll tax? You see, it's all good in theory. That you can just take somebody up there that looks like a monster, and the rest of the world is going to see it, and it's kumbaya after that. But in the 4 years that lead up to that kumbaya, you won't be affected. We will be affected. I like the Voting Rights Act. I want my kids to be able to vote without paying a poll tax. I don't want them shutting down voting registration places. I don't want to have to bring an ID. Number 2, stop and frisk. I mentioned it already. You don't have to deal with that, do you, Mr. Kardashian? You don't. Nobody's going to stop and frisk you in LA. Nobody's going to stop and frisk you when you step outside your mansion. When I go outside, they're going to stop and frisk me. Trump has said inexplicably that he believes stop and frisk should be nationwide. Number 1, it's not constitutional. Number 2, they only stop and frisk black and brown people. You're not one of those anymore. You're a coon. You blackface. Number 3, Trump said he wants nuclear proliferation. Nuclear proliferation. That affects you. Even you, Mr. Kardashian. So you think it's fun and games. You think, oh, I don't have to vote. You know, Malcolm X didn't vote. This is cool. Kaepernick didn't vote. This is all fun and games. But when you get to walk around and not have to worry about the things that everybody else has to worry about, you sound like a coon. What we on? 4? It doesn't matter. On the day of Trump's nomination, the stock fell 800 points. That doesn't mean anything to you, does it, Coon? It doesn't. You know why? Because you got a lot more where that came from. All those people who paid that $50 to come see your show that you only gave 15 minutes to, they make it so you don't have to feel the effects of the stock market falling. My mom is about to retire in December. Oops, no she's not, because she has no more 401k. Now she got to work at 70. Just on the election of him alone, he ain't even done nothing yet. These things have real consequences to real people, but not to Kardashians, not to fake coons. It don't have no effect to you, so you don't see it. You think it's cool to tell the kids. These kids look up to you, and you think it's cool to tell the kids, don't vote. And if I did vote, I would have voted for Trump. He did it in an unusual way. He's a genius. Let me tell you what. You can expect that stock market to fall steadily for the next 4 years. Be prepared, people. Don't listen to Kanye. Vote in 2 years for your senators, for your congressmen. Okay? This goes way beyond hip hop. You're not cool, you're not smart. Don't tell people not to vote in the position that you're in. Next point. Trump was backed by the KKK. You're a coon. You think it's okay? You vote for somebody who's backed by the KKK? Now what? Now the head of Breitbart is his #1 strategist. Yeah, Breitbart, the alt-right movement. Daggone skinheads, I'm trying not to curse. What do you think the next move is for them? It's already started. They're already started. They have been uplifted. They have been emboldened. These white racist skinhead KKK. They've already been emboldened. Expect it to get worse. But that doesn't affect the Kardashians. It won't affect you. You can still do your 15-minute shows, make a couple $100,000 and go home. It affects us. You're cooning. Let's talk about the fact that Trump is propped up by the Russian government. Yeah, they've already basically admitted it. Where do you think the emails came from? All these hacked emails. Why do you think they want him in office? Because they need a dummy. They need a dummy puppet. And they're going to use him. Expect to see the annexation of every country in Europe. Expect it. Because they've already tried it with Crimea. But that doesn't matter to you. You think it's funny. You think it's cool. You think you're real smart. I don't have everybody else is a sheep. And I'm not, because they voted. But it doesn't really matter. It matters. Yeah, there was both two bad candidates, but one was better. Do your job. Vote for the better one. Because if Europe starts getting annexed country by country with America's backing, what do you think happens? What do you think happens to the Geneva Convention? Huh? Who is going to try who for war crimes without the Geneva Convention? Expect it. And if it doesn't get that bad, that's the worst case scenario. If it doesn't get that bad, Russia's going to ask for their money back. Because they will ask for that money back. Because he owes. Expect to see the profits of America being siphoned out to the rest. You feel me? Am I going too long?
Go ahead, man.
I'll tell you what. We're going to go to a different point. Yeah, this is my rant today. Because some coons need to be told. And nobody intelligent wants to tell them. You see, the problem is, you think, because all you do is care about hip hop. Because all you do is care about your new clothes. And all you do is care about your new Ye shoes that you made. Not you, the person who's watching this. You, Kanye. You think that because of all these things, because that's all that you care about, that everyone else feels the same way. Nah, bruh. I like your music. Unfortunately, College Dropout was your best album, but I like your music. But more things are important than that. I just named quite a few. Another thing that you said, stop focusing on racism. Black people need to stop focusing on racism. You, Donald Trump? Oh, I'm sorry. You, Kanye West? You, Kanye Kardashian? Who said that George Bush doesn't care about black people? You were focusing on racism then. We need to stop focusing on racism. When you ask Mark Zuckerberg for money for no reason, because you think he doesn't give it out enough to black people, all of a sudden we need to stop focusing on racism? You're a coon. You You dance with the tap shoes for these same white folks that you want the money from, and then tell us not to focus on it. Definition, Coon. Blackface. It's a short one. It's short and concise. It's swift. Unlike you, when your rant was whack. Your rant was ridiculous. Stop focus. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
Oh,
man.
I thought I heard you saying something.
I'll let you go ahead, but nah, man.
Excuse me, let me straighten my tie right quick.
I had to pull you up off Kanye for a second, man. You know, it's the same guy you told me in the prior debate that he was influential to hip hop and the hip hop culture. It's the same dude, so I'm gonna have to, say you lighten up on him for a second. But let's get into another dude, man, that I particularly think has been cooning lately, and that's Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. And that brings us to tomorrow's question. Lil Wayne on CBS. You heard the rant. Are you kidding me? That's the question. Lil Wayne on CBS. Are you kidding me? Man, we're going to go in this week. You guys have got to tune in. You have got to tune in. Give me some final thoughts.
I stood here while you went on your rant only because I couldn't disagree with a lot of your points. I do believe that Kanye's been out his mind lately, and we'll continue on the subject, like my man said. Further, we talk to him and discuss Lil Wayne.
Okay.
I might want to tune in for that one.
Gotta tune in for that one. Yeah, Kanye. It's decided. You're a coon. I did promise to shout out everybody who gave us comments. I will do so.
Yuck Yitty.
Yuck Yitty. Yuck Yitty. We might have had a few more, and I am so sorry, but I will shout you out tomorrow. So stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. Peace.
Come out to the rocks, boy.
Appreciate the support too out there.
Oh yeah. Listen, we already had over 100 views for episode 1. We doing better numbers every single day. Thanks to you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for not cooning out there. Thanks for supporting the real.
That way.
That way.